Top Democratic leaders in Minnesota are vowing to fight President Trump's announcement that he would revoke temporary protected status for Somalis. In a post on social media, the president said he made the decision due to rampant fraud in our state. Danny Spiewak joins us to explain what's going on. Danny?
Well, Julie, today Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison said his office will consider all legal options if the Trump administration cancels Somalia's temporary protected status. But any official decision on that would need to come from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
On Friday, President Trump announced his intention to end the temporary protected status TPS program for Somalis in Minnesota, while appearing to make reference to fraud cases in which people of Somali heritage have been convicted.
Somalis are not terrorizing this nation. We are helping it thrive.
U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar and other Democratic leaders denounced Trump's plan at a rally inside the state capitol.
This is obviously absurd, obviously political, obviously wrong.
Attorney General Keith Ellison suggested that he's prepared to sue if the Trump administration moves forward in removing Somalia's temporary protected status. While most Somali Americans in Minnesota are citizens, TPS is a program that allows some without permanent status to stay in the U.S. if their home countries are too dangerous.
So my office is looking at every option on the table to push back against this threat.
Dating back to his first term, the Trump administration has faced numerous lawsuits over attempts to end TPS for some countries. Just this month, for example, the administration successfully ended TPS for Venezuela, while an attempt to remove Syria has been delayed by the courts.
It was never meant to be an asylum program. It was always meant to be put in place after an incident or an event on a temporary basis.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says her agency will follow the legal process to evaluate TPS for Somalia, which was first given in 1991 during the outbreak of civil war.
And that's what they'll look at, is to see if something from 30 years ago, when this designation was given, if it still holds true.
But Democrats in Minnesota accused Trump of using Somalis as a scapegoat.
What our president does the most is create chaos and confusion.
To end temporary protected status for a country, Homeland Security must give 60 days notice. For example, just today, the Trump administration gave that same notice to end TPS for Myanmar. Heidi Wigdahl, my colleague, will be digging into this process and how it relates specifically to Somalia coming up tonight on Breaking the News.
All right. Thank you, Danny.